So what is Agentic Retail Operations? We gave you an overview in the first video, Agentic Retail Operations, and now we're going to go into some of the details about it. And it's by the Wizard of POS. Agentic AI gives us the conversion of the autonomy, that is, acting without step-by-step instructions. Gives us reasoning, that is, planning, evaluating, and adapting. And it's a tool use. It interacts with your systems and their data. That's critical in working in the retail world. It's persistent. It provides long-running workflows and governance to ensure safe and bounded operations. So a little bit more about what is Agentic Retail Operations. These are retailer operations driven by AI agents with autonomy. The agents perceive, they decide, they act, and learn continuously, and they move beyond dashboards towards decisions and execution. They redefine retail through autonomous AI agents. The strategy, the architecture, the execution model. They prepare for executive and innovative leadership. Autonomous decisions. Agentic AI can autonomously analyze data, evaluate scenarios, and execute responses based on predefined goals, leading to faster and more consistent decisions. For integration of store and online operations, Agentic AI connects store operations, supply chains, and customer engagement into an integrated decision-making framework, enabling the precision-guided selling and optimized supply decisions. They work on real-time data. Agentic AI operates with a degree of autonomy, sensing its environment, setting goals, making decisions, and learning from outcomes, which improves operational efficiency. They can collaborate with retail teams. Agentic AI agents work alongside human teams, such as merchandisers and planners, to enable and enhance workflows, automate tasks, and make data-driven decisions in real time. The real time is a key part. And unified ecosystem. The agentic store concept aims to create a unified ecosystem where AI orchestrates every aspect of retail operations in real time, providing issue resolution and operational efficiencies. Agentic retail operations are not just about automation. They represent a shift from AI-assisted humans to AI working alongside humans proactively, enhancing the retail experience with a blend of human empathy and machine efficiency. So what Agentic AI actually improves in real time? Well, first, demand sensing and inventory optimization. Using the ODM and POS log, agents can detect demand spikes, forecast shortfalls, and trigger replenishment or reallocations instantly. They can improve sell-through, accelerating increased safety stock. They can ship from store A instead of store B to reduce cost and meet service level agreements. Store operations and device orchestration. Using unified POS, agents can manipulate operations uptime. For example, lane 4's scanner latency is rising. Therefore, let's restart it before the queue builds. Or kiosk number 2 is idle. Let's redirect customers with a QR code. Number 3, pricing and promotion executions. Using ODM and POS log, agents can detect promo conflicts. They can optimize markdown timing. They can personalize offers in real time, and they can stimulate margin impacts before execution. Number 4, customer experience and service. Agents can combine ODM entities with transactional context to provide real-time associate guidance. They can personalize recommendations. They can resolve service issues automatically. They can trigger proactive interactions or interventions, e.g., customer waited too long. So let's give him an apology coupon. They can deal with fraud detection. That's a big one today, especially with self-checkout. POS Law gives agents structured visibility into suspicious return patterns, tender anomalies, basket manipulation, and associate behavior deviations, like giving their friends an item without scanning it in. So now let's look a little bit at what is the areas of arts that provide this retail support. So what are the key components of arts? Well, let's start with the arts data model. That's where arts began in 1994. The data model provides consistent structures for product, inventory, location, and movement data, allowing AI agents to interpret stock levels and item attributes reliability. POS Log provides a standardized real-time stream of sales transactions, enabling agents to detect demand spikes, anomalies, or shrink patterns. Unified POS devices provides a standards way to manage your devices and know when various devices are not working from different vendors, and helps you deal with problems in real time. The data warehouse model provides structures for historical data for forecasting, seasonality analysis, and trend detection. And Arts RFPs provides a real way to build an RFP on the street to buy new equipment and applications in real time, saving the company tons of money just in getting the RFP on the street. So let's take a quick look at what are the art standards. As you can see, there's quite a lot of them. It started with blueprints. These are in effect requirement stock that drove, in many cases, the creation of the various standards you see here. There are lots of retail technical diagrams, like timing diagrams. There are several technical reports where we focused on particular kinds of things, like a self-service order interface. There are best practices docs. Arts, as a standards body, had to be standards within our standards, and these drove that. Application interfaces. We've been talking about POS Log. That's just one of them. In here we have interfaces to almost every application in retail. Unified POS. We talked briefly about the devices. There's over 40 devices in the Unified POS standards. The data models. We looked at the ODM, which of course was the first one, and the data warehouse model. And then finally, we talked about RFPs for helping buy new applications and devices and get the RFP on the street quickly. Rather than starting with a blank sheet of paper, you can now start with a well-defined set of requirements. Let's take a little bit more of a look at how art supports agentic retail operations. So, what art standards make agentic retail operations possible? Well, the key is interoperability and semantic consistency. An AI agent needs clean, structured data, standard device interfaces, transaction schemas that support reasoning, and a shared ontology across all of its systems. And this is what ARTS provides all four. This means that agentic systems don't need custom integrations. They can plug into retail enterprise and begin reasoning immediately. One of the major problems retailers have is bringing in new systems and fitting them into their existing ecosystem, and that's where ART shines. The non-obvious insight is that agentic AI doesn't replace ARTS, it amplifies it. Your standards become the operating system for autonomous retail. The ODM becomes the knowledge graph. Unified POS becomes the actuator level. POS Log becomes the transactional truth layer. Agentic AI simply is intelligence that sits on top of the ARTS standards. So how does that work? Well, the foundation is the retail data standards. We start with the data layer. ARTS provides the ERP, the CRM, the supply chain information. Then you get to the cognitive layer, and this is where the LLMs and the predictive models come into play. And then you get the orchestration layer, where the agent framework comes into being. And finally, Most importantly, the execution layer. And this is where the APIs and the robotics and the workforce tools all come into play. So you can see one thing builds on the other. So why does it require standards? We've seen several examples of that. They must act across the POS, the ERP, the CRMs, the OMS. Without standards, each of these are siloed in intelligence. With standards, they are enterprise-wide autonomy. This structured data enables safe automation. And that's the beauty of what ARTS brings to. So what this means for retail leaders. Agentic AI transform decision-making by reducing manual coordination. They eliminate delays between insights and actions. They help improve accuracy and consistency. They enhance the customer experience through personalization. They can help strengthen the supply chain resilience. And finally, and most importantly, they can increase margin protection through proactive interventions. Thank you. I am the Wizard of POS. My name is Richard.Halter. Please check out my book, Art for Retail, using technology to turn your consumers into customers and make a profit. It's available on Kindle. Thank you.